All right, so the first thing I want you to do is just play from 5 in this etude, measure 5 in this etude, to the end of 12. And I actually don't want you to do anything different. I want you to kind of just focus on articulating, but don't focus on improving the sound, if that makes sense. So just go ahead and play, don't do anything differently. Okay, good. Okay, now let's do the exact same thing, but I want you to focus on those cheeks, right? So that way, so the more you're staccatoing as you're going, through those measures, it's almost like you feel like you're kind of ratcheting and firming up in this section. Okay, so it's not like you set it once and then just kind of go for it, but even as you're playing, it's kind of like a dial, and you're thinking like you're slowly increasing on the dial the amount you're focusing on this. Does that make sense? Try it and let's see if there's a difference in your tone. Okay, I think that was better. Now I want you to add one more element. So now you're going to kind of have to think of two things, but they're both muscle engagement. So increasing the, you're still thinking of kind of ratcheting up, increasing the amount of muscle flexion. Then you also want to feel a pull. So I think we've talked about that, like taking a weight, like maybe a 10-pound weight, and then drilling a hole into your chin, and then putting a big hook, and then a chain, and then putting the weight on the bottom of the chain. So it's going to be pulling your chin down. So the whole time you're playing, you've got this weight attached that's just pulling your chin down. So it can't do anything except for actively pull, 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 pull. So squeeze in here, pull in here, and let's see if that makes a difference in the sound. Okay, so what did that feel like to you? Like face-wise, what did you feel?
Mostly I maybe felt like the cheeks going in, and not like my chin wasn't really like a ball. I could feel like it was kind of like just straight.
That's good. Okay, let's see if you can treat this like you're doing a wall sit, and you're just going to really keep those muscles flexed. Like, what have you had to do? Have you had to do a wall sit or like a plank as long as possible?
A plank.
Okay. Hold on 2 seconds. Okay. I'm sorry. I asked you a question and then my daughter distracted me. Wall sit or plank or whatever you had to do?
Plank.
Plank. Okay. Yeah, and that's like what we call an isometric hold, because it's not like you're flexing, you're not like doing this or extending, you're just holding those muscles. And that embouchure is exactly the same way. So what I want you to do is just imagine you're in that plank and you're trying to go as long as possible of being like super duper engaged. Okay? One last time. Okay, good. And those little chirps in there, we're not going to be too concerned, because sometimes when we really focus on that embouchure, the reed's just not sitting the way it used to, and so you get those little chirps.